and welcome to Beads Jar. My name's Billie and today I'm going to show you how to make these really beautiful Mother of the Bride chain drop earrings with freshwater pearls and crystals. To make our lovely Mother of the Bride freshwater pearl chain earrings, I'm going to be working with these lovely 4mm Swarovski crystals, these beautiful freshwater pearls. I have 8 5mm jump rings and 2 4mm jump rings, and I also have a pack of 2-inch headpins. I'll also be using these beautiful heart sterling silver ear hooks. I'll need a pair of side cutters, 2 pairs of flat nose pliers and a pair of round nose pliers. The first drop I want to string with a headpin is a freshwater pearl, followed by a crystal. That's going to be my bottom drop. I then want 3 pearls on their own. They can be a bit narrow in the centre, so if you just need to tease them down the headpin a little. This is for 1 earring, and then I want 5 crystals. So all I'm doing now is just prepping for when I make my loops on the headpins. 3, 4, 5. Now I've got all my headpins threaded in the order that I want, I'm going to start making the loops on the top. So, using a pair of round nose pliers, hold the headpin in your left hand at the top of the pin. You then want to place your pliers directly, so there's no gap, above the crystal. With a nice firm grip with your right hand, you want to push the headpin, and I always keep my finger nice and close to the pliers whilst I do this, at a 90-degree angle. You then want to readjust the position of your pliers, so I'm just going to release my grip and reposition them on top of that bend. I'm then going to bring the pin all the way over the top of the pliers and down to the bead mat. Thirdly, I want to take my pliers out, and you'll see we've started to create a very nice neat loop. Place the bottom of the pliers in the loop, and gripping again firmly with the right hand, we wrap the excess wire around the headpin. As you come round the second time, just spiral downwards with your wire by 1 millimetre. This way we're creating a really nice neat spiral, and we've got a beautifully formed loop. I'm just going to place this one to the side for a moment before taking the wires off. When doing a few in a row, it's easier and more methodical to work in this method. So place the pliers directly above the bead, push the headpin away from you, reposition the pliers, bring the pin all the way over the top and down towards the bead mat. So we've started creating our loop. Place the pliers back into the loop, and then once you've got a nice tight grip, you wrap the excess wire around, always going underneath the pliers when wrapping. So we're just going to continue and do the same for all of these. So I'm now on the final twist for the crystal, and once that's complete, we're now going to cut all the excess wires off these. So use the side cutters and use the smooth edge, and you're just going to get as nice and close as you can and take all the excess wires off. So all these ends need to come off everything we've wrapped. And just before we move on to putting them on the jump rings, I'm going to give them one final check. So I'm trying to get as close in to the loops as we can, but every now and then you get a tiny lip of wire, so we just want to tease that in with the flat nose pliers. So just occasionally, if you can't get quite close enough, there's a tiny lip of wire, and you just want to use your flat nose just to tease that in so there's no sharp bits. So just doing a very quick check on these just to make sure that's not happened. There's a little one here. So once they're all checked, we now want to put them onto the jump rings. So open your jump ring. To do that, I'm going to hold one side with my pliers and make sure the split is at the top, and with the other pair of pliers I'm just supporting the other side. Push one away and bring one towards you to open it, and onto the first jump ring I'm going to add the freshwater pearl and crystal headpin I made. So that's going to hook onto the jump ring, and I'm also going to add just a single crystal. So there's two items on that ring, and then I'm going to close that back together. Take a second jump ring, open this, connect onto the first jump ring, and on this one I'm going to add a freshwater pearl and a crystal, and then close it again. Third jump ring, the same. Pearl and a crystal, and close. The fourth jump ring, the same again. A pearl and a crystal, close it back together, and on our last jump ring, the 4mm size, this one's going to have just a single crystal, but whilst we have it open, we're also going to attach the loop on the sterling silver ear hook. And then we want to close that together again. And that gives you a really beautiful chain effect with the pearls and the crystals together. Repeat in exactly the same way for the second earring. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again for our next tutorial.